I hope you guys are back to joining us. Again, my apologies. I don't know what happened. We will try to edit the two videos together. But that's never happened to us before.
Let me see if there's people coming on.
I think we have a few people on.
It was like the app closed.
That's really weird.
So there's that one. So let's... Are people popping up?
I can't see if people are popping up. I think people are starting to pop back. And I again, my apologies. I have no idea what happened with the app. We're going to try and
people popping
okay,
up.
people are coming back. Okay, perfect. So for those of you that are brand new, we've got the breakfast, typical breakfast in here, which is the cruciferous crunch with the peppers in here steaming, and I already had started the salad.
No.
And
Right.
oh, they're ready. So I'm going to release pressure. Ouch. We're going to release pressure. So while that's happening, are people...
Let me go back to the other. There's people joining.
Okay, good. Again, sorry guys.
Let me see if there was some questions.
Yeah, if there was
questions. I think we stopped on the raw question.
Yeah.
So the question was, what are your favorite raw meals?
So my raw meals are going to be basically the steamed salads, and it's going to be either adding rice to it, beans to it, potatoes to it. But those are typically what I eat as far as raw foods. I was a raw foodist for a couple of years, but I really, it wasn't good for me because when I was doing a lot of raw foods in the raw food world movement before adopting a whole food plant-based diet, I was, I had my olive oils and I was eating a pretty good amount of fats, but it was coming from nuts and seeds, which I don't do anymore. So I think this is a much healthier option for me. And as far as raw foods, again, it's going to be salads and fruits. And then I will add beans, potatoes, or rice to it. And that's what I enjoy eating.
Right.
So let me move this off to the side. And I'm going to take and put everything in here. There we go.
Smells really good.
It smells really good. Okay, so we're going to mix this really well.
Someone had a question about the Pampered Chef microwave steamer.
Microwave steamer? I don't have that one. I have the micro cooker, and I've got it in the 1 quart, 2 quart, and 3 quart. Is that what they're asking me?
Yeah, I guess they were asking, does it get scratched up over time? So how long do those... But you've had them for years. So.
I've had mine for years, and I agree with you. They have gotten scratched up, but I don't really care. They're a lifesaver for me. And the reason I like it is because I have the 1 quart at work, and I've got the 2 quart and the 3 quart here, which we're going to use tonight. We're going to use the 2 quart tonight. Do you have any of those micro cookers?
I do.
They're great for traveling, you guys. Mm-hmm. They really are good for traveling. Instead of, taking, and which I used to do, I used to take my my Instant Pot, and not anymore. Do you want me to save you the the pot, the liquor?
Yeah, you don't want to toss that out.
No. So I'll save it for you. And like I said, this used to be my typical breakfast. And then what I did with this is I took salsa that I bought from Trader Joe's. Now this has some salt in there. It is not salt free. But again, I didn't have time, and I still don't really have a lot of time to make salsa, even though it's so easy to make. But I take about 2 or 3 tablespoons of this, and I used to put it on top of this, mix it all together, and that would be what was considered my meal. The one thing that, I'm thankful for to Chef AJ for instilling in me is to eat vegetables for breakfast. I think that did me a lot of good. I always started my day by eating vegetables, by eating something savory and not by eating something sweet. I find that if I start my day with eating something sweet, even if it's fruit, then I'm constantly looking for eating something else that's sweet. So she really has taught me an awful lot about doing this. So that was the first meal. Now we're working on our way to the salad. And I don't know, oh, here we go. Then we're going to add, so far in the salad, I've got kale, romaine lettuce, purple cabbage, carrots, tomatoes. Did I leave it? Oh, the red onion. Now I'm going to take zucchini.
And bell peppers, did you say that?
Yes, bell peppers I put in there. And then I've got this little handheld mandolin that you can find on my Amazon page, my Amazon favorites. And I love this because it's just quick and easy. And I can shred the zucchini in here. And it basically juliennes everything for me. And I don't cut myself because I have a habit of always cutting myself.
Yeah, you gotta be careful.
You really do. So that's going to go in here.
But look how easy that shredded it.
Right? And it's a handheld one. You don't need a big gadget. I think those run. I think they run about $30.
Yeah, $20-$30 maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, $25 to $30, but it's well worth it, you guys. The next thing I'm going to add in here is I love having fruits in my salad. And one of the favorite things that I love having in here is red grapes that I've chopped up into smaller pieces. And those are going to get in here. I guarantee it. If it was pomegranate season, you guys, guess what was going in here? Pomegranates. And it did. Pomegranates would always be in there. The other thing that I love having in here is herbs. If you're not adding fresh herbs to your salad, you guys are truly, truly missing out. Today, what we have is cilantro and parsley. Make sure you get a lot of herbs in your salads. I was talking to Heather Goodwin from the Butterfly Effect. She's so sweet. If you guys, I love Heather as well, and I truly miss her. And we were talking the other day on the phone, and she was telling me, Shayda, I learned how to add because she spent 4 or 5 days at my house, and it was a pleasure having her here. And she goes, one of the things you taught me was adding fresh herbs to my salad. She goes, I would have never ever thought of adding fresh herbs to my salad. And I said, so are you doing it now? She goes, yes, ever since you taught me how to do it. And all I'm doing is chopping it up. You don't want to chop it so little that you can't, you just want to make sure it's chopped.
And that was fun when Heather came, because we got to go to Disney.
We got to go to Disneyland, and we had a really good time. I wish I had some fresh mint. If I had mint, I'd be adding mint. If I had dill, I'd be adding dill. Don't be afraid to add fresh herbs to your salad. It makes it super, super tasty.
So here's a question about the salad. So you've cut up the zucchini, the tomatoes, and the grapes. Doesn't that not make your salad soggy by day 4 or so?
No, it will make it soggy if I add too much dressing to it.
But the cut up vegetables?
No, the cut up vegetables is not going to do anything to it. If you are worried about that, maybe leave out the tomatoes and add the tomatoes on the day that you're going to eat the salad. But otherwise, everything else is going to be fine. You don't have to worry about it. And even the grapes, if you want anything that's really wet, like the grapes and the tomatoes, leave it till the end. Leave it till the day that you're going to actually eat it. You don't have to add it now. But here's the thing. I actually like a salad that's been tossed together and having it the next day because it has absorbed it has absorbed the dressing, and I actually like it. I think it's more flavorful. I personally enjoy it. So it's
And parsley's so good in a salad.
parsley, cilantro, fresh dill, fresh mint. Mint is so good. I didn't have any today, but okay. Is there anything else that I can get into this salad? Yes, there is. Why, there is. Now that you're asking. Okay. I think we don't need this anymore. So what we're going to do, this is what I love about wearing gloves, because you get your hands in here and you start mixing everything. And look at this beautiful, colorful salad. There's nothing like it. Now, this is a salad, like I said, that's going to last about 4 or 5 days. Sometimes it only lasts 3 days. Look how beautiful and colorful that is. That's because this is for me and for Mom. So for the two of us, if I make a big bowl like this, it'll last us for 3 or 4 days, maybe 5. And it makes life so much easier. So what else do I add to my salad? So last night I made some wild rice. Now I'm going to add wild rice to this salad. During my weight loss phase, I ate a lot of wild rice, which I absolutely love. It's easy to make.
Where do you get that?
So the wild rice, if you want to give me, I have a bag. If you go to the second drawer, and I can show you the wild rice on the second shelf in the bag. So this is the wild rice. It's from Trader Joe's. It comes in a little bag like this. The bag is 16 ounces. It's 1 pound, 1 bag of wild rice. And we're actually going to do a video on how I make this in the Instant Pot, but it's super easy to make. You can make it on the stovetop, or you can make it in the Instant Pot. And the way you make it in the Instant Pot is you take the whole bag, you rinse it well, you put it in the Instant Pot, because that's about 3 cups, and then you add 4 cups of water to your Instant Pot. And then there's a button that's called multi-grain, and you hit that button and walk away. And then you let the pressure come down naturally.
So is that a full bag of rice that you added to that?
That's a full bag of rice, but I didn't add the whole rice to this salad. So typically in the summertime, when the weather's really hot, this is my main meal. This is what I'm going to eat. Now, the only thing that changes is the greens might change, the fruit might change. I may add beans instead of rice. I may add potatoes instead of the beans and the rice. The starches and the grains, that's going to change. I could add quinoa to this. I could add millet to this. I could add potatoes to this. There's no rule of thumb that it has to be this way. It's really whatever is tasty and you're going to enjoy, and you're going to enjoy eating. So make sure you do that. And you're here a lot, Erin, too. So you know my salads are...
They're good. Always look forward to yours.
But they're basically this.
Yeah.
They're basically this. I don't really deviate from this.
Well, and I think the combination of the salad and then how you top it with the vinegar is really good.
Right. So the dressing. So what do I put? So I'm not going to dress this right now because I don't want this to get soggy, and I will later. But what I add for the dressing for this is this. I just want to make sure. So lemon juice. We always have bottles and bottles of freshly squeezed lemons or limes.
From your tree, right?
From our tree. And then we also have a tree that that is a cross between an orange and a lemon. I guess it's called the sour orange. You might be able to find it in some of the Middle Eastern stores. But it's typically, my grandmother planted that tree, so it's at her, well, it was at her house and my aunt's house and my house, and It's absolutely delicious, but you can't just peel it and eat it because it's super, 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 super sour. So we love to use it in soups and salads for dressings and stuff like that. So this year when we took the tree down because, it had given so much fruit, a lot of it I gave away, and then the rest of it we've juiced and we've bottled it like this, and we put it on top of the salad. So the dressing is super simple. My favorite. So my favorite is, as far as dressing is concerned, is lemon juice, balsamic vinegar, apple cider vinegar, and I sprinkle, I call it somoc. That's how we pronounce it, but it's called sumac, and it's S-U-M-A-C. You can find it again on my Amazon page, or if you go to any Middle Eastern store, you can find it. It is from the berry family, the berries, and it has flavor profile is a little bit on the tangy sour side.
Yeah, it's good.
It's really good, and I'm telling you,
That's a nice flavor.
It adds a lot of flavor to your food, and Dr. Greger has started promoting this, something that we've been eating for years and years and years. That for you to start adding it. Back in the day when, being from the Middle East, when we ate kebab and white rice and stuff, we used to put this on top of rice. We put it on the kebabs. We put it on. I remember we used to take flatbread and put butter on top, and then we put this on top of the butter. And oh my God, it was so good. It sounds really disgusting right now because of the butter, but back then, we ate it. So this has a lot of nutrient, and it's really good for you, and it will definitely change how you eat your salad. So this will definitely go on, and in fact, I might just
sprinkle some on there.
Sprinkle some on there. I typically like to put a lot in here.
Do you ever put the black seed?
Yes, I was going to get to that next. Good job in reminding me. So the other thing that I put in here, it's called the black seed, and I believe it might be on that table. Mom may have it. Does she have it? So it's not out there? Well, the grinder. Yeah. Because when you get this is black cumin, and it's got a very, it has a peppery taste to it, and it's really good for people that have high blood pressure. It helps, but the thing is, you have to eat this, you have to sprinkle this on your food every single day. It's not something that you do once in a while and it's going to help with your blood pressure. No, this is something that you do every single day to get the benefits from it. But it does have a peppery taste. So when you get the black seeds, and my mom's looking for it, we've got it.
I see it. Thank you.
Behind me?
Is that it?
Where? Oh yeah! Here it is. So I've got this little grinder, and then what you do, you put it in here, and then you turn it, and then you're going to grind it in here. Because you don't want to put just the whole seed in here.
So then it kind of looks like pepper.
It does. It's got that peppery taste to it. And it's really good in soups on top of your potatoes. If you do zucchini noodles and to put it on top of that, it's absolutely delicious. So
yeah, Shayda got me hooked on the black seeds.
I got a lot of people hooked on the black seeds. Oh my God, if you guys were just here. And look, no dressing has been put on this, but it already smells so good because of the sumac that's in here. So that's the salad. Any questions?
Is that a pepper grinder?
Yeah, it is a pepper grinder. You can find it again on the Amazon page. Or you guys, any pepper grinder that you have at home that you may have purchased in the past and used it for other peppers, you can probably put this in there and then grind it. You don't need to go buy a new gadget for it. So that's what I would do. So what else did I eat at night? So basically that will cover lunch. Dinner for me, okay, so growing up in the Middle East, lunch was the most important meal of the day. It wasn't so much dinner. So I remember we would always have a small breakfast, a large meal for lunch, and then dinner was something really, really small. And to this day, I have still incorporated that. So my lunch is going to be my main meal, and then dinner is going to be something really light. During the transition period of getting weight loss, what I really enjoyed was these Trader Joe's artichoke hearts, and this is a 12-ounce bag, frozen, that I used to get, and I used to steam this every night, and I'm going to put it in my Pampered Chef micro cooker. I'm going to start it, put the lid on. You notice I don't add water to it because it's frozen, so you don't need to add water. And I'm going to set it, I don't know, every time I make it I do it different, 7 minutes. So while that's going, so again, dinner was definitely a steamed, some kind of steamed vegetable. For the most part, I love artichoke hearts, and that's what I would get. So it was either that, or it was broccoli, or cauliflower, or a combination of broccoli and cauliflower. And then I would have either, some potatoes with it, or some rice with it, or sometimes I had nothing with it. Sometimes I just, that would fill me up, and I would be good, because afterwards I'd have some fruit or something, and I was good. I didn't need anything else. But for tonight, I've gone ahead and I've steamed some potatoes, and these are the little purple and red potatoes that we're going to have with the artichokes, and call it a day. Are you okay if I add the salad dressing to the salad?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, you don't care?
Yeah.
My girl.
Whatever you want to do.
Whatever I want to do, huh? I like that. All right, so we're gonna add. Again, I'm sorry, there is no measurements. I just add as I go. And I know it drives Erin crazy, but you're learning to do freestyle too.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
I still have not created my own recipe, but...
Yes, you have. Whatever you make for dinner, that's your own recipe.
Yeah.
That's your own recipe.
Inspired by other people.
Look, we're all inspired by someone else, We're all inspired by our moms, our grandmothers, our aunts, our friends, our, All right, so then we're going to take all this.
So there's someone on here that lost 18 pounds.
Fantastic. Congratulations.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. Look, it's all based on calorie density, and we're going to get into that and how to eat in order to lose weight. It really is based on calorie density, but you have to understand it, and there's a lot of people that explain it really well, but I simplify it even further than that.
So someone asked, when you store your salads, do you store it in that bowl, or do you put it in a smaller container?
No. I store it in a Tupperware. I have a really large Tupperware, and then I have a smaller one, then a smaller one. So this will all get stored in a Tupperware. I'm actually going to, I can't say it because I'm making this salad again tomorrow night to take it to my friend's house, but I have to take the kale out because they don't like kale.
Aww.
I know, that's what I said, and I don't want to sneak.
Part.
Huh?
So that's the best part.
I know, you and I like kale, but.
Yeah, not everybody likes it.
And I don't like it too I don't like too much dressing either.
Yeah.
So I think this is good. Because now this will all get soaked up. Any other questions?
Nope. Any questions for Shayda?
Somebody asked me, why do I always wear a glove? This is exactly why I wear a glove, because I want to be able to mix the salad or whatever I'm making really, really well. So here we have our big, beautiful, delicious salad. And I tell you what, guys, this is a great salad to take to a potluck or to a gathering. I know we're starting to get back out there and getting more comfortable and being together, which is great. We've got probably about a couple of more minutes to go. Do you have any things that I could answer for you, Miss Erin? And I always say, you guys, it's one bite at a time, one meal at a time, because it truly is that. You know, somebody posted today that last night they had something that they shouldn't have. Okay, move on. It doesn't matter. That was last night. Let it go, because the more you dwell on it, the more you're going to be like beating yourself up. And I'm not a believer about beating yourself up. We are so hard on ourselves. You know, just take it one plate at a time, one meal at a time, one bite at a time, and just keep moving forward and forward. And if for whatever reason you do have something that was off plan, okay, you had it, right? You enjoyed it, fine. Now move on. It doesn't mean that one meal has to define you and you continue going down that rabbit hole. I think we're all a little too hard, at least I think so.
Yeah.
I think we're too hard on ourselves, and we're very critical of ourselves. And I promise you guys, this didn't happen for me overnight. But the thing that helped me was really being focused on what I was doing. And Erin knows I really had that laser beam focus, and nothing was going to deter me from my goal of getting to my weight loss, and nothing was going to stop me, and I would do whatever it takes. So I think there's a couple of things. You need to really be laser beam focused. Your environment needs to be clean, and you just need to do the best that you can do and keep it as simple as possible. You guys, I know these meals are simple, but that's why it worked. That's what's been working for these last 10 years is the simplicity of what I'm eating. I'm not trying to make this difficult. You want to eat as simple as possible and just continue.
That's who said, one of the doctors, I think, said, make your food simple and your life interesting.
I don't remember, but
You've heard that before.
But yeah, I've heard that before, and it's absolutely true. And if you listen to most of these doctors, they will tell you the same thing, is to keep your food as simple as possible. It doesn't have to be fancy. Look, we eat to live. We don't live to eat. And that's the difference. That's what's changed. And we all have to change our mentality on that we're eating to survive. And eating to survive means filling your body with healthy, nutritious meals, with all these beautiful micronutrients that are in this salad, eating as simple as possible. And if you really look at what, I've traveled a lot and I've gone to a lot of these conferences, and I have a habit of really watching what the doctors eat. And I'm talking Dr. Goldhammer, Dr. Esselstyn, Dr. Greger, Dr. McDougall, like watching what they eat, because that tells a lot. And guess what? When I'm watching what they eat, they're eating the same thing that we are, as simple as possible. Every single one of them. Every single one of them. None of them are eating these fancy foods. Yeah. The first time I went to a conference up here in LA, I ran into Dr. Furman was going to be the keynote speaker. And all the food that they made at the hotel was Dr. Furman's recipes. I had to get up and I went outside. I don't remember for what, but as I was going out, I saw Dr. Furman coming in with 2 bags from Whole Foods. And I said, "Oh, hi, Dr. Furman, how are you doing?" He goes, "I'm fine, thank you so much." And I said, "Aren't you going to be joining us for dinner?" And he looked at me, he goes, "Nope, I've got everything right here." I said, "You do?" I said, "What you got there?" Being the nosy person that I am. And he showed me his 2 shopping bags, and guess what he had in there?
Vegetables and fruit?
Fruits and vegetables, and lots of fruits and vegetables. And you know what? That set a precedence for me to say, my God, he won't even eat the food they're his recipes.
Yeah.
And yet, here's a man of his caliber, and he's eating. He went to Whole Foods and he bought it, and he goes, I'm going to eat it, and then I'm going to come back down and give the keynote speaker.
Huh.
And I thought, well, hell, if he can do that, why shouldn't I do that? But it's the truth.
Yeah.
Because we do. We learn from the people that are teaching, and he's always taught me that. And I always go back to that, and I remember those days. That if it's good for him, guess what? It's good for me. So our artichoke is done. I'm going to take it out. I'm going to dump out the water.
I haven't tried these artichokes.
These are the ones from Trader Joe's.
Yeah.
They're good. They're good. Let me get a plate. And so, and what I do with this, these are the steamed artichokes. And what I do with this is I'll drizzle maybe a little bit of balsamic vinegar. I'll crack the pepper on top of it. Or maybe a lot of times I just eat it plain with the ground up pepper, because the pepper makes everything taste better.
Or the black seed.
The black seed, yeah. This really makes it tastier. But that's it. That's it. Any questions or comments? No? Well, I want to thank you guys again for joining us tonight. It's always a pleasure to hang out with you guys in the kitchen. And remember, it's one bite at a time, one meal at a time. And again, we're going to try and put the two videos together so it'll be easier to watch. And I'm not sure exactly what happened, but the next video that we'll do, we'll talk more about weight loss and more weight loss strategies, because I think that's really important. I want you guys to have a wonderful week ahead, or weekend coming up, as I should say. Stay healthy, stay safe, and we'll see you soon. Thank you again. Have a good night.